Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name's Ashton and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a day in the life as a student pilot flying with RAOs. Today I'm going to take you out with me to the airport and show you what a typical flight looks like. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're up nice and early. It's around 7:25 now. I woke up around an hour ago and we'll be leaving in just a sec to get out to the airport. However, before I go, always don't forget to bring my logbook, my Jim Davis PPL book just in case I want to revise anything, and my FLYTE sunglasses. And can't forget a drink bottle as well. So we'll be going out to the airport soon and we should get out there around 7:50 for an 8 o'clock flight. The weather was absolutely fantastic today. Before every flight, I make sure to have a look at what the weather's doing outside. I step out my back door and it's normally a pretty good indication of what it'll be like to fly in. As soon as I get to the airport, I meet with my instructor, and on this occasion, I took one of a handful of exams that need to be passed on my journey towards an RPC. Following that, my instructor and I head over to our hangar where we get the aircraft out and all ready to fly. We'll taxi the aircraft back to the office and park the aircraft there. Once we're ready, we'll head out on our flight. Once my FLYTE Aviators were on, we were in business. I wear them in all of my flights. My favourite part about them is they don't break the headphone seal. If you'd like to check out these sunglasses, they're awesome. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get 10% off if you use code AVIATORASH at checkout. We then taxied out to the run-up bay where we completed our run-up checks and then taxied out to runway 10. Every flight, we have a different lesson plan. Today, we were doing steep turns, so we headed out to the training area. Once we were in the training area and at a safe altitude and done all of our checks, we'd completed some steep turns. These steep turns were being completed around a 60-degree bank. This means when you look out your window, you can almost see one point and you're going right around it. It's pretty cool. You feel the G's, which is pushing you back down to your seat, and you feel a lot heavier. They're a lot of fun and it was great to be able to do them today. Not all of my flights are exactly like this. Some we just do stuff in the circuit, and some we do go out into a training area and perform the exercises. Regardless of what we do, the flight is always fun. However, today's flight doing steep turns was absolutely amazing. Once returning back to the airport, we completed a few circuits in the pattern. The wind wasn't very strong today, so it was great to be able to perform some landings without needing to worry about a strong crosswind. Circuits are a big part of my pilot training. If I can't land and I can't take off well, then I can't fly the plane well. The weather is never as nice as it is today, but it's great when there are days like this where I can just fly the plane and circuit without needing to worry about a strong crosswind. After already completing steep turns today, and now completing quite a few circuits with my instructor told me to make this landing a full stop. My instructor told me that now I'd be going for my second ever solo flight. I made a video entirely on my second solo flight, so if you'd like to see this, I'll tag it in the top right corner, as well as put it in the description down below. After my instructor told me I'd be going for my second solo flight, and telling me that I'd be doing 3 circuits, 2 touch and goes and 1 full stop, the excitement definitely started to sink in. I taxied out to the run-up bay where I completed my run-up checks. Once I'd completed my run-up checks, I was ready to taxi out to the runway. So I taxied to runway 10. The taxi out was like any other. I was looking at the windsock, making sure there was no other aircraft on short final, and I was super excited to be able to go for my second ever solo. I fly a lightweight aircraft, the Tecnam P92 Eaglet. This aircraft, when you don't have an instructor next to you, certainly takes off like a rocket. It's amazing how much a little bit of weight can affect the performance of your aircraft. Every flight that I've ever had has been different. However, a normal day where I'm flying looks a bit like this. If the flight's in the morning, I'll wake up nice and early and make sure I read over any theory I need to before the lesson. I ensure that I'm always out of the airport nice and early and on time so that I'm ready for the flight. I always meet with my instructor, do the pre-flight brief, get the aircraft, and then go for my flight. All the flights will vary in time, however a normal flight for me has been around 1 hour. Once the flight is finished, I go inside with my instructor in the office and talk about what I did well in the flight and what I should improve on for the next one. Also, we go over what we'll be learning in the next flight. Sometimes when I get home from a flight, I'm pretty tired and I don't feel like doing much. However, I go over my footage and I look at what I did well for the day and what I can improve on. I can also sometimes create a video like the one you're watching on my flight for the day. And sometimes in the afternoon, I have to work my job to save up money for flying. The learning never stops, and I always go over my footage at home and do anything I can, so when I'm at the airport, I'm making the most of it, and when I'm at home, I'm always still learning. When I got back from today's flight, I was able to piece together the footage for this video that you're watching right now. I was also able to read over my Jim Davis PPL book for the next exam that I'll be completing in my next flight. So that's a wrap, both on the video and the flight. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Until then.